Hey truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. The purpose of this video is twofold. One, to expose the scripting in last night's Monday Night Football game, the Philadelphia Eagles defeating the Chicago Bears. And two, to further explain how to successfully decode and predict the rigged outcome of NFL football games. Yesterday, I made a prediction at the end of my Week 2 review video saying why I thought the Bears would defeat the Eagles. And in that prediction, I left out something very crucial, which is why I predicted the wrong outcome. And just remember, I am a human. I make mistakes. Not to make excuses, but I decoded the entire Week 2 season in the middle of the night. After I was finished with that, which took almost 3 hours, I put together the prediction video, and I should have double-checked my work before I made the video saying what the prediction was because there was a huge omission. To successfully predict a football game, you have to do these three things every time. You have to decode both coaches, you have to decode both starting quarterbacks, and you have to decode the history of the matchups between the respective teams of the game you're looking at. And in my preview video, I decoded both coaches. I looked at the history of the matchups. What I forgot to do was decode the Eagles quarterback. I decoded Jay Cutler, the Bears quarterback. I completely forgot to do Carson Wentz, the Philadelphia Eagles quarterback. And by forgetting that piece, it made all the difference in the prediction. Think about this. If you were seeing a puzzle put together and you didn't know what the puzzle was supposed to look like, if a big chunk of the puzzle was missing and someone asked you what the puzzle was of, you might very well say it was a picture of something that it truly wasn't. But if the puzzle was all the way filled in, you would have a clear picture of what the puzzle was. Yesterday, by mistake, I made a prediction on what the outcome of the game would be without fully decoding all of the necessary elements. And also, if you're wondering, you can go above and beyond. You can decode the star players of the team. If they're a running back, a defensive player, there's more clues. But if you do both coaches, both QBs, the team history, you're going to make the correct prediction the vast majority of the time, just like I do. So again, mistakes can be made here. If you want to be deadly accurate, you got to be thorough. You got to make sure you didn't skip any steps. So we're going to talk about that as we go through this. Let's talk about the Philadelphia Eagles who won. They are currently in their 84th season. They were established in the year 33. 84 is a very special number to the United States of America. And in the past year, something special happened in Philadelphia that has to do with 84. The word Jesuit equals 84, so does United States of America. So does Revolutionary War, so does Thomas Jefferson, so does Louisiana Purchase, so does Manifest Destiny. 84 is a very special number to this nation and to the Freemasons who created this nation. The Jesuit order is the secret society within the Catholic Church. Think about how the United States of America was discovered by Christopher Columbus, his voyage paid for by the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church was created once upon a time by this gang of Freemasons for the sake of controlled opposition within Christianity. Anyhow, the Pope of the Catholic Church, Pope Francis, he's the first Jesuit Pope. And if you've never seen the photo of him doing the hidden hand where his hand is tucked inside his suit, check that out. That's a Masonic pose. Jesuits, Freemasons, they're all in bed together. They are the secret societies and high places that make up the New World Order, the order that established this nation. The United States of America is a New World Order creation. The New World Order is an Old World Order. Anyhow, Pope Francis, being the first Jesuit Pope, is also born fittingly on a date with 84 numerology. And this past year, Pope Francis left the United States on the Jesuit order's birthday, September 27th, 2015. So major Jesuit tribute in his visit. The Jesuit order, their full name is the Society of Jesus. Society of Jesus sums to 191. 191 is the 43rd prime. Last night the Eagles won 29-14, a sum of 43 points. And I have no doubt that that score is part of the tribute to this Jesuit order. The more I do this research, the more I understand that the Jesuits might be solely responsible for the rigging of professional athletics in the United States. They're very much behind basketball. They're seemingly very much behind the rest of the pro sports in this nation. The Catholic Church, the Vatican, if you go there, they have a massive statue of a pine cone. A pine cone is very much like the pineal gland in your head, which is your mind's eye. And the Catholic Church, government, mainstream media, what they're all after is what's going on in our brains, controlling the way we think, our mind's eye. Sports programming has everything to do with this. When you're watching the sports game, you're getting programmed to join the military, drink beer, buy cars, believe in bullshit. Think about how much September 11th propaganda is attached to the National Football League. It's come up again and again, year after year. An athlete will speak up about the lies of 9/11 and he'll be punished. He'll lose his endorsements. He'll lose his place on the team. Football, pro sports, it's all part of the psychological operations going on in this nation. That's what this nation is. It's a giant psychological operations. Football has a lot to do with it. The book 1984, a book that was written after World War II about a nation much like ours, people ruled over by screens and lies and propaganda. The quote in that book is all it took to rule over the people was beer and football. They're talking about the United States of America. So anyway, Jesuit tributes going on in Philadelphia. And now I'm going to show you how this whole Catholic Christianity angle connects so big to last night's football game. Carson Wentz is born December 30th, 1992. He shares a birthday with LeBron James and Tiger Woods. He's currently 23 years old. Football in gematria equals 83. 83 is the 23rd prime number. Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia's field, opened on August 3rd, Tom Brady's birthday. Not a coincidence. 8/3, 83. From his birthday to last night's game is 102 days. And 102 is the number for the key of David. United States of America in gematria sums to 84 with the S exceptions 102. Check this out. Revelation 3:7, the book of prophecy, the 66th book of the Bible. Think about how football's on Sunday, Christians worship on Sunday. Christians in gematria sums to 66. NFL in Jewish gematria sums to 66. Revelation's the 66th book of the Bible. The first Super Bowl was at the end of the 66th season. The 47th season of the NFL, the word Christian equals 47. Last night was the 47th game ever on Monday Night Football for the Eagles. Yesterday's game was also on a date with 37 numerology. Revelation 3:7, Revelation, the 66th book, says this: to the church in Philadelphia, to the angel of the church in Philadelphia write, these are the words of him who is holy and true, who holds the key of David. What he opens, no one can shut, and what he shuts, no one can open. So notice Philadelphia, key of David. Now we're talking about the quarterback, Carson Wentz, for the Philadelphia Eagles. This big game on a date with 37 numerology, 102 days before his birthday. The word angel has gematria of 39. Carson Wentz is playing for the Philadelphia Eagles on the 39th parallel. He was drafted out of North Dakota, the 39th state. 39th state, 39th parallel. Look at Revelation 3:9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. So look, the synagogue of Satan was coded into last night's game. Last night's game was the 64th game ever for the Chicago Bears. As I've been explaining, Chicago and New York are the Masonic Zionist meccas. Zionism is the same as the synagogue of Satan. Zionist Jews are false Jews. Anyone who's Jewish who says they support Israel is a false Jew. They are a member of the synagogue of Satan, because in the Jewish holy text it says the Jewish people are not to have their own state. So Israel goes against the Jewish faith. If you're going against the faith, that makes you false. So false Jews are Zionist Jews, are the synagogue of Satan. The mayor of Chicago is Ram Israel Emanuel, who was born on November 29th, the 333rd day of the year. The same day in history, the Zionist state of Israel was established in the year 47. His name, Ram Israel Emanuel, is no coincidence. His brother, a member of Irgun, the Zionist militant group, who's now the owner of the UFC. Look at this. Israel equals 64, Zion 64, Thelema 64. Thelema is the occult religion about doing whatever you want that worships the number 93. The Zionist state of Israel was drawn up September 3rd, 1947. Everything about that nation's history is 93. Somebody just pointed out recently that their missile defense system, Iron Dome, even sums to 93. So Thelema, Zionism, Israel, it's all related. All worshiping the number 93. Look at the gematria of Synagogue of Satan, 64, just like Israel. Do what thou wilt, the motto of Thelema, 64. Soldier Field, 64. Again, Chicago, the Zionist Mecca. It was Chicago's 64th game on Monday Night Football. And with the Synagogue of Satan tribute, they were defeated by the angel Carson Wentz, Mr. 39 in Philadelphia. And had I decoded this before the game, I would have saw all this right away, because this is what I've been writing about and explaining for years. It's amazing to me that I missed this. Makes me want to beat myself up like Edward Norton in Fight Club. But anyway, it's also a reminder to you. Do not trust me. I've said this so many times. Do not trust my picks. I'm here to teach you. I'm here to show you how it's done. I'm not here to be believed. I don't want you to believe me. I want you to listen to what I'm saying, learn this knowledge, apply it yourself, and make the same finds without me. There might be a day that I'm not here anymore. Then what are you going to do without me? If you've taken the time to learn the skill, you'll be just fine. What I am teaching you is 100% valid. My predictions aren't always going to land. I'm going to make mistakes sometimes. All of these should be lessons learned. Show you something else about Carson Wentz, the angel. The day he's born is a date with 153 numerology. This is the number of the miraculous catch in the Bible. If you've never read the story about the miraculous catch, Jesus catches 153 fish. Interestingly enough, the Illuminati equals 153. What the Illuminati are these gang of Freemasons, Zionist Jews who've been operating, ruling throughout history. Anyhow, Philadelphia, the city with the key of David, was established in history on October 27th, 1682. That's a date with 135 numerology, just like the gematria of the key of David. If you put the in front, it's 135, a reshuffling of 153. If you drop the, it's 102, like how it was 102 days till his birthday. All of these methods are interrelated. You want to do all of this when you do your decoding. Having a the in front of the word is relevant. And think about how they made the coded with 33, the number of Freemason obsession, the word we use the most in our language. Hard to say a sentence without the word the. So we've covered all the revelation elements, what was coded into this game, why Carson Wentz won in the Bears' 64th game ever, in the Eagles' 47th game on Monday Night Football. Both very relevant numbers. Again, the word Christian, 47. The Freemasons have something called Euclid's 47th problem, which is about establishing foundation. The word foundation equals 47. The word framework equals 47. The word authority equals 47. Christian, 47. So, in case you missed what I did last night, at the beginning of the game, I talked about Carson Wentz and the Key of David connection. I didn't go into a greatest detail. I wanted to show the way Monday Night Football began with the 37 tribute. The game began 3-7. The first touchdown scored of the game was number 33, Jeremy Langford by the Chicago Bears. making the score 3-6, and then with the extra point, 3-7. The name Jeremy Langford has the same gematria as Monday. We're talking about Monday Night Football. The Bears were going for their 27th win on Monday night. The Eagles already had 27 wins. They ended up getting their 28th win on a date with 28 numerology. But look at this. MNF for Monday Night Football equals 33. The first player to score, number 33, of course, a touchdown. Just moments before that touchdown, the Chicago Bears kicker had purposefully missed a field goal off the field goal post. Remember that commercial about how good Robbie Gould is, how he can hit any object from, any distance years ago? These kickers really are so good that they can purposefully miss kicks off the field goal post. And to me, it's not really that amazing. As a 9-year-old, I was so good at baseball, you could give me a bucket of balls, and I would throw 95 out of 100 of them through a circle about this big. I was a deadly accurate baseball pitcher as a child because that's all my dad wanted me to do. And if anybody's out there thinking I just did some Illuminati symbol, just get the fuck out of here. I'm showing you that it was a small circle that I used to throw a baseball through as a child because all my dad wanted me to do was play baseball. And I was a baseball machine as a child. So anyway, a professional kicker being able to put a ball off a goalpost, to me it's not that impressive. These guys are grown men, they're adults, they're paid millions of dollars to play this sport. They should be that good. All of us as human beings can learn muscle memory, can get good at things that we put our minds to and practice to. So many people are in awe of professional athletes because they're not athletic themselves, they've never played these sports, they don't really have any real understanding of the games. They're just spectators, they're just viewers. They don't understand how it can be rigged. For someone such as myself who's intelligent, who's a good athlete, it's easy for me to see through the rigging. So anyway, number 33 scores the first touchdown on Monday Night Football. I love that 33 lines up behind 47. Since my very first video, I've talked about the pairing of 33 and 47, and a pairing that's very important in Christianity, science, to the Freemasons. It's no coincidence that 33 runs behind 47 on the Chicago Bears. Just after that touchdown, they put up this stat that made me laugh. Carson Wentz, he was 9 for 11 to open the game with 49 yards passing. Again, these games are scripted to the stat line, to the hash mark, to the point. Eagles equals 49, Revelation equals 49, Philadelphia named from Revelation, 911, 119, special numbers to the game. Also, the game was in Soldier Field. It began with a score of 3-7 on the date with 37 numerology, as we talked about. Soldier equals 37. Chicago equals 37. The game's in Soldier Field. At halftime, just before halftime began, Philadelphia kicked a 53-yard field goal. Pennsylvania equals 53. It made the score 9-7. And what I noticed is that if the Bears were to lose in this game for week 2 of the NFL season, home teams would be 9-7. The halftime score was 9-7. The Bears ended up losing. Week 2, home teams were 9-7. This is the 97th season of the NFL. Had the Bears won, home teams would have been 10-6, like the number of prophecy. And we're talking about Revelation, the book of prophecy, Philadelphia, the city of prophecy. The first half stats made me laugh because the Eagles had 159 yards. New Testament equals 159. Revelation, the final book of the New Testament, 144 yards for the Bears. I talked about how this game was 144 days after Jay Cutler's birthday. In Revelation, the number 144 is used 2 times. Also, look at the combined yardage. That's 303 total yards in the first half. 303, a lot like 33. Over here is Gruden. The name Gruden's 33. Last year it was Mike Tirico, his buddy, MT 13 plus 20, 33. I don't know who this new guy is. But anyway, the games are this scripted. To open the second half, do you remember what happened, the way the second half began? It began with number 37 on the Bears getting injured. Chicago 37, Soldier 37, Soldier Field, date numerology of 37. The way the second half opened was with number 37 being sprawled out on the field. Was it a fake injury? Was it set up for that? It doesn't really matter. The point is, it's all number tributes. This is the reason this stuff is happening. Shortly after that, number 97 on the Eagles. Here we are in the 97th season. The Bears about to make it 9-7 for home teams this week. Number 97 comes over and gets the fake sack fumble, the scripted fumble. And right away they call out his name, Destiny Vio. What's destiny equal in gematria? 33, like Monday Night Football. If you've never seen the Key and Peele skit from Comedy Central, CC33, making fun of athlete names, you need to check that out. Look at some of the names of players in the NFL. This year, Eli Apple was drafted to the Giants, something I predicted a month before the draft. You know, a couple years ago, it was Ha Ha Clinton to the Packers. And then the year after his rookie season, he changed his name to Clinton Dix. Come on, people. Clinton Dix. This is a tribute to Bill Clinton and the blowjob stories, which were all bullshit by the number. The name Clinton equals 33. If you've seen my video on Bill Clinton and his accusers, almost all of them have 33 names. Ha Ha Clinton Dix plays for the Green Bay Packers that have the big G on the side of their helmet. The symbol of the Freemasons in the middle of their compass and square. Big G in Francis Bacon gematria represents 33. You know, Destiny Vio, number 97 in college, number 97 in the NFL, Monday Night Football, all the 33. Anybody who watched the Bears game, it was just typical rigged NFL bullshit. Players purposefully fumbling, you know, dropping balls when they shouldn't. I don't know how the NFL has so many fans. It's like people love being messed with, played with, watching million-dollar men who play these sports as professionals and then make the dumbest plays. You know, I grew up as a wide receiver. I have great hands. I'm a good athlete. I never dropped a pass in my football playing days. I watch NFL receivers drop the easiest passes every week, and it just makes me want to scream at the TV, even though I know it's fake. How can men who are supposed to be the best at their game be dropping so many balls, fumbling so many balls? I mean, how many times have you seen these NFL players just run through a pack of guys with the ball just hanging out like idiots and fumble? It's because the games are scripted. They're supposed to fumble. They're just fulfilling their role as athletic actors. The real reason they're paid so much money is because it's all an act. It's all a show. It's used to distract the manpower of this nation. So again, Eagles won. Football equals 29. The Bears are stuck with 29 wins on Monday Night Football. The Eagles earned their 28th win on Monday Night Football. It was also a date with 28 numerology. Notice the Bears quarterbacks had 29 passing attempts. Notice the Bears rushing had 64 yards. The 64th game ever on Monday Night Football. Soldier Field equals 64. Scripted, to the point, to the stat line, to the hash mark. I can't say it enough. Carson Wentz also had 190 passing yards. Synagogue of Satan equals 64 the small way, 190 the big way. You put the in front of it, the Synagogue of Satan equals 223 like Masonic. No coincidence that Carson Wentz had 190 passing yards in defeating the Synagogue of Satan by the numbers. Scripted, to the stat, to the hash mark, to the point. Undeniable. Those of you who can't get it through your head that predicting is not the same as seeing how the games are scripted, you need to get that through your head. Trying to read the numbers and how they're going to script the performance, you know, there's a little bit of guesswork in there. But the more research you do, the more information, the less of a guess it becomes. It's just like going to a movie and understanding that movies are scripted a certain way and have predictable outcomes. Sometimes a movie will surprise you. You know, if you can follow my analogy. Let's see, what else do you need to know? You know, we just saw Philadelphia win in Ohio to start the season. Ohio equals 47. Now they just won on Monday Night Football, their 47th game ever on Monday Night Football. Again, Monday Night Football starts at 8:30. Football equals 83. 83 is the 23rd prime number. Carson Wentz is 23 years old. In my original decode, when I looked at these numbers, I thought they favored Chicago. And again, the reason that was is because I forgot to decode Carson Wentz. Had I seen Carson Wentz and the way his birthday lined up with Revelation 3:7, which I know so well, a light bulb would have went off. But because I forgot that piece, I made the mistake. And that's the real reason I'm making this video, to reinforce that you have to be thorough, that you have to do all the steps to see the full picture. With regards to the 44, it was the 44th game all-time between both teams. Again, it came 144 days after Jay Cutler's birthday. If you add the divisors of the number 44, they sum to 84. The Eagles are in their 84th season. I overlooked that. The more you know about these numbers and their relationships, and you can come to know them pretty quick by following my channel, by doing this work, the more accurate you're going to be with your predictions as well. The Eagles last night got their 11th win against the Bears with the new quarterback, number 11, Carson Wentz, in their 47th Monday Night Football game, 4 plus 7, 11, 11, the master number in numerology. The head coach, the new head coach, the rookie head coach is now 2-0. Last night's game came exactly 33 weeks after his birthday. 33, the big number for Monday Night Football. The way they abbreviate Philadelphia on the screen has that 33 gematria. Keystone also equals 33. Philadelphia from the Keystone State, Pennsylvania. So anyway, things like this are why I went to the Bears. Again, if you don't have the full picture, you can be misled. I saw that it was going to be John Fox's 18th game with the Bears. A lot of things lining up for Chicago. Fox equals 18. Bears equals 18. Even if you understand everything, you can still make mistakes. It's not always easy to read the predicted outcomes. But if you go through my history, the vast majority of my predictions are correct. And I've also said this before. To me, this knowledge is more useful in predicting season outcomes way in advance, which I've been very successful at, as opposed to predicting day-to-day games. Because so often in the games, the way they're scripted, there's these overlaps, and it's possible to read it the wrong way, as I sometimes do. Jay Cutler was 33 years old. He got to play the GOAT. Again, it was 144 days from his birthday, 144 passing yards in the first half, 144 number of revelation. He came in with 137 games under his belt. 137 is the 33rd prime. In other words, there were 33 connections going to Philadelphia and Chicago for Monday Night Football, but the strongest narrative that prevailed was the Carson Wentz prophecy narrative. And you know what I'll say to close this out? What I have noticed overwhelmingly, we already know this, the NFL is a QB-driven league. It seems to me that if there are conflicting narratives that make it hard to determine who's going to win that game, the narrative I would go with above all for football is the quarterback. I think the quarterback narrative might trump the other narratives. All the information is relevant and important, but if you're having trouble making a call based on the information, I would go with the quarterback above all. Yesterday when I did my prediction video, totally omitted Carson Wentz, even knowing that. And why did I do it? I'm a human being. I made a mistake. I did all the work late in the middle of the night, decoding all the Week 2 games, the preview, and I was ready to go to bed. I went to bed right after, didn't notice the Carson Wentz mistake even when I put out the video. So apologies, but again, mistakes, they are the best lessons to learn from and to improve upon. Every time I've made a mistake, my work's gotten better afterwards. So here's to it. Until next time, true seekers.